Welcome to A Quiet Catechism. This is a Catholic podcast for slowing down and listening carefully. Each week we take up one small word or idea and we just sit with it. We look at how it has shaped the church, the human person, and the world, through philosophy, history, prayer, and ordinary lived faith, not to argue, not to rush, just to understand what's worth keeping. I'm Doug Tooke. I'm a writer, educator, and lifelong student of the Catholic tradition, which has a remarkable way of holding together reason and mystery, clarity and mercy, thought and love. Today's word is wonder. This is episode 9 of our Human Foundation series. It's a word we hear a lot. We probably don't understand it as much as we think, and so let's just take our time with it. Let's begin. Wonder is not glitter. Wonder is not the confetti cannon you fire when you've run out of meaningful things to say. Wonder is not a marketing strategy, not a lighting package, not the emotional foam on top of a latte called transcendence, served in a mug shaped like your own head. Wonder is the soul's startled recognition that reality exceeds our grasp, and yet invites us to know and love it. It's the bright disturbance, the holy interruption, the moment you're walking alongside thinking about your errands and your mild resentments and your 10,000 plans, and a hawk wheels above a frozen field and your mind goes quiet, like a classroom when the principal walks in, and something in you says without words, oh wow, oh my. Wonder is the brief collapse of the illusion that you're in charge. And thank God for that. Because most days, if we're honest, we live as if reality is a series of cabinets we can label and shut. Work cabinet, family cabinet, health cabinet, grief cabinet, God cabinet. We try to organize the world like a garage. We're forever sorting nails and screws and half-used paint cans, and then the day comes when the wind blows open the door and the whole mess is illuminated in slanting light, and we remember that existence is not a garage. It is an altar. Wonder is where the mind pauses, the heart widens, the person becomes teachable again. That last part really matters. We do not like being teachable. We like being correct. We like being impressive. We like our cleverness. Wonder tips the whole shelf. Wonder says, look again. Wonder is a cognitive event. It interrupts the mental autopilot. It breaks the spell of same old, same old. Wonder is a moral event. It can humble you or it can inflate you. Wonder can make you small in the good way, like kneeling, or it can make you big in the bad way, like standing on a stool and calling it prayer. Wonder is a spiritual event. It becomes the threshold of prayer, or it can become a substitute for prayer. We live in a world that sells substitutes with a grin. We are offered 1,000 ways to feel moved without being changed. Inspiration without obedience and awe without repentance. Holiness as a mood, not a life. So wonder has two faces. At its best, wonder keeps reason honest. It admits mystery without surrendering clarity. It refuses to flatten the world into something manageable. Wonder reopens gratitude. Existence is received, not manufactured. You did not invent your lungs. You did not design snow. You did not author the tenderness of a dog leaning into your sorrow. You are not the author. You are, at best, a grateful reader. Wonder generates desire for truth and goodness. It makes you want to learn, not to win, but to see. And wonder restores the childlike posture Christ praises. Not childishness, receptivity. The capacity to be surprised by goodness, the ability to say thank you without embarrassment, the willingness to be delighted by a worm, the miracle of being unjaded. We grow up and become experts at being jaded. We call it realism. Often it's just fear in a trench coat. Wonder undresses that fear. But wonder can be bent. Curiosity without reverence turns wonder into restless novelty seeking, the endless scroll of the interesting. We become collectors of facts and beggars for meaning. Aesthetic escape turns wonder into a mood we chase instead of a reality that we obey. We become tourists of beauty. Control disguised as awe turns attention into domination. We study the bird in order to own it and never let the bird break our heart open. Spiritual consumption turns holy things into experiences to collect. We sample prayer like appetizers. We want the buzz. We do not necessarily want the cross. And here's the danger, plain and blunt. Wonder can be a door into truth or a mirror that traps us in ourselves. The Catholic tradition is both wildly practical and wildly mystical. It insists that matter matters, that grace comes through bread and wine and water and oil, that God does not save us by floating above the mess, but by entering into it. The Word became flesh, not concept. This is a tradition that knows wonder, but it also knows wonder is not the destination. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom, not the end of it. Wisdom completes wonder by turning astonishment into adoration, study, virtue, and praise. In other words, wonder should eventually get down off the mountain and do the dishes. A few guides can help. Lavelle reminds us that being is not merely an object out there. Existence is offered before it is explained. We are always receiving breath, light, time, mercy. Wonder becomes humility, not self-hatred, just sanity. You are not the source. And when you are not the source, you can finally rest. Balthasar insists that beauty is not mere prettiness. Beauty discloses glory. It calls you out of yourself. It asks something of you. Real beauty can expose your habits and awaken your longing for holiness. But beauty can be misused if it becomes a private sensation. Mature wonder leads to self-gift, repentance, and adoration. Edith Stein teaches that wonder is also about people. A person is not a problem to solve, but a mystery to honor. Wonder becomes reverence. It says to the other silently, "You are more than I can grasp, and you belong to God." Imagine what would happen in our homes and parishes if we practiced that kind of wonder. Gabriel Marcel draws the line between a problem and a mystery. A problem is something you stand over and solve. A mystery is something you are inside. Love is like that. Suffering is like that. Prayer is like that. Wonder grows up when it realizes some realities cannot be handled like problems. They must be lived. This is where wonder becomes fidelity. Max Picard warns us that noise destroys wonder. Noise is not just sound, it's a way of staying armored. Wonder requires an inner clearing. Silence is the habitat where reality can arrive intact. So because wonder is a power, it must be educated. Receptivity. Consider this. Receive before judging. Start the day with one sentence of gratitude. Attention, as we've spoken about before. Guard wonder with silence. Give it your attention. Slower seeing. Fewer inputs. Truth. Let wonder provoke study, real learning, submission to its reality. Adoration. When astonished, turn it into prayer. Be in awe, short and honest. Charity. Let wonder widen toward people, especially the difficult neighbor. Wonder is not an escape from reality. Wonder is reality breaking through our defenses so that knowledge can become love and love can become worship, which means wonder is not optional. It is for you, right where you are, in the messy kitchen, in the car line, in the hospital hallway, in the tired prayer you whisper with half a heart, in the bread and the cup, in the face of someone you have forgotten how to see. So today, let one small thing stop you. Stop. Look. Say thank you. And then go do the dishes like someone who has seen the world as an altar. Thank you for spending time with me. If this conversation was helpful or calming or simply gave you a moment to breathe, you can help others find it by rating and reviewing the show wherever you listen. Those small gestures travel farther than we realize. You can find more episodes, essays, and reflections at dougtooke.com, or reach out there if you'd like to connect, collaborate, or continue the conversation in some future way. Quiet work often grows best in community. Pray for me, and I will pray for you. Until next time.